Girls, girls, girls. You can do so many things with girls. Talk to them? No, I don't think so, buddy. Look at them from a faraway distance? Yeah, I like looking at girls. Pretend to talk to them in your head? Oh yeah, now we're talking, buddy. But not really talking, because that would be terrifying. Ever since the 1970s, or more specifically 1972 with the Megavox Odyssey video game unit, which yes, was an absolute unit, the world's first video game console, which came with board game pieces because most of the games couldn't even be played on the console itself. It was very weird in the past, very dumb. Just invent LEGO racers already and get on with it. But since then, video games have been available in the home for all genders, male and female, because back then there were only two, and people like me were still arrested. Bet you wish we were back in those days, huh? You think this time would have been the emergence of e-girl culture, but society really pushed back against women playing games. Like, women are meant to stay in the house all day and cook and clean, but staying in the house all day and playing video games? Yeah, that's a man's job. But because of the pushback against girls playing video games, when the 90s came around, the nerdy girl who plays video games and likes pop culture was seen as a rare and attractive trait, mostly to nerdy guys who hadn't realised at the time that most of these women were lesbians. Am I going to get in trouble for that joke? That feels like something I can't say anymore. If you've ever watched a TV show or a movie from the late 90s, early 2000s, you will have seen that girl. It's either the incredibly over-nerdy girl who ends up being the love interest of the kid at the end of the film because her weird knowledge of Pac-Man managed to save them from the oogly boogly monster. Or it's the incredibly attractive girl that says, yeah, I play video games. And that sentence is the turning point for the guy in the movie who's suddenly like, well, I guess her boobs are kinda nice? It happens every time. Shut up, you know I'm right. The girl I remember most that follows this was from Supernatural. Charlie Bradbury, played by Felicia Day. God damn, I hated her character. She was the epitome of nerd pop culture girl from the early 2000s, except she was still in the show up until 2015, way past the nerd culture attractive thing. Now it's mostly done by sad, lonely guys on internet podcasts. I was so happy when she ended up dead in a bathtub. Oh, she's a fictional character, shut up. The point is, the history of gamer girls being a rare sight led way to the e-girl uprising, which happened after the internet hit 11th gear and created Twitch. Now, every gamer guy can see a gamer girl. It's basically utopia, just with an underlying sadness. What really is an e-girl? What does the E stand for? Who knows? But the popularity of the term started early last year, probably after a lot of men decided that attractive women who played video games needed a separate designation other than women, because human beings are normal people who do normal things like that. E-girls are still incredibly desirable to guys. As I talked about a bit in my last video, there are guys willing to pay e-girls just to hear them say their name. So what if I told you there was a way to not only get e-girls to talk to you directly and alone, but also play video games with you? You might call me a madman, a heathen, a simple common liar. On any other day, you would be right, my dear dumb boy. But not today. For today, I bring you epal.gg, the website for renting an e-girl. Or e-boy. That's right, I did it again. There is a whole page of script filled with nothing to do with the topic of this video. I'm just that good. epal.gg, which was called egirl.gg until April the 21st, and may I say, that was a much better name. Who has ever used the term e-pal? E-pal, because we don't forget our boys. As we all know, e-pal is the gender-neutral term for e-girl and e-boy. One of the reasons they gave was inclusivity. But have you ever thought of money? There's even a change.org petition to change it back. It's only been 5 days since they changed it, and they already want the old name back. However, apparently, according to another tweet, they couldn't keep the name, and I would love to know the reason why Egirl wasn't allowed. Egirl.com is some kind of flip book about a girl that got merged with the internet, so I understand why they can't have the .com address, but .gg is an address for the Isle of Guernsey. Did they pick it because .gg is like good game, or because nobody registers websites to .gg? I mean, you can get anything from that island. EPAL, not to be confused with EPAL, the European Palette Society, just kind of came into existence. It was my Discord server that originally shared the link with me after it had launched. The initial first days were so popular with people signing up that the servers just stopped working. Who thought offering a way to earn money while playing video games would be popular? At this point, I think it's only 8 weeks old, but its official Discord already has 31,000 members, which is like 1.5 O2 arenas. I tried to do the numbers like the Americans do it, like comparing it to like football fields or alligators for my American audience, but I realised that doesn't work because you don't know what the O2 arena is. It's this ugly ass thing we built in the middle of London. It should at least give you an idea of how large this site is, even though it's just come out. The Discord, by the way, weird. Some girls put their height in their name, like, do simps really be like, hey baby, how tall are you? Over voice chat? Okay, so let me actually describe how the site works, because I can tell you are all desperate to rent out your very own e-girl. But put your credit cards away, then take them out again for my OnlyFans. First, choose your game. You want to play Overwatch? You want to play CSGO? You want to play Roblox? What are you, a fucking child? Stop playing Roblox with e-girls. Oh my god, grow the fuck up. Mom, don't take away my credit card. I just wanted to pay a girl to play Pizza Delivery Tycoon 4 with me, Mom! The thing is, the user agreement says you only have to be over 13 to use the site, so yeah, a 13-year-old could pay for some 25-year-old woman to play Roblox with them. God, imagine how disappointed the parents would be. Imagine epal.gg coming up on your credit card bill. Next, you pick your e-girl or e-boy. You have the best sellers of each game, as well as a list of random girls and guys. You'll notice almost all of these have almost all girls at the top ranked. There is a very clear gap in the amount of people who pay for guys rather than pay for girls. Justice for my e-boys, get them up there. Each profile has pictures, which for a lot of them are basically just their Instagram, the amount of people served, and out of those who recommended them. 69 served, you dirty girl. Tatiana! It will say the level they are at that game if it's applicable, the servers they play on, a small introduction, and available times. The price they set themselves, per G or per game, is listed with a chat option or an order option. But the most important feature is this little button here, a voice clip. Hey, my name's Tatiana, I'm 20 years old, and I never learned how to read. When I logged onto the Discord server, it sent me a message that said, please upload your profile picture, game status, and your lovely dovey voice required. So it's necessary to upload a voice clip, which is fine because that's kind of what you're paying for, but why did you have to describe it as lovely dovey voice? That's just too far. The real money seems to be in CSGO and World of Warcraft, where the top players seem to be around $5 to $10 to $10 to $20 per game, where games like Overwatch are only $1 to $2 a game. The best sellers on CSGO are $5, where you can play with an ex-pro gamer and she'll carry you, I'd let her physically carry me, and $10 where you have to carry her because she doesn't know how to play the game. Not sure on the economics of that, but simps do be simping. But for real, she served 118 people for $10 each, meaning if she's been doing this for 2 months, that's $550 a month, which for some extra money is nothing to sniff at. But wait a minute, Asian Andy, that's his name, he named himself that, that's his username, you cannot cancel, don't you cancel me for this, don't. He's worth $25 per game and he's done the same, that's over $1,000 a month. Damn. E-boys, e-boys, e-boys. You can also filter by most expensive, and I mean, come on, I don't care if you have the voice of an angel, nobody is paying $690 per game. Are you insane? Are you crazy? But what is per game? With something like Overwatch, you could say per match, which for $1 is a completely fair price. But what is a game of Minecraft or Animal Crossing? To find out, I contacted some e-girls and boys on this site. That's right, Tatiana actually did some research again. Not such a dumb bitch now, huh? Only I call myself a dumb bitch, so that was more for me to hear. So according to a few gamer girls I asked, the term per game is completely up to the user's choice. There's no guidelines on it from the site. As such, if the game has no matches, then they will normally set a time between 30 minutes and an hour a game. Maybe spending $2 to have a Minecraft girlfriend put her bed next to yours is an attractive prospect. However, I am not incredibly sad. I also asked if ePow had contacted them or offered them anything for being at the top sellers rank, and they said no, which is kind of nice because it means everyone is at the same playing field. Sure, the ones at the top get advertised as being on the top, but the site also promotes rookies, so everyone kind of has a chance. Unless you set your price at $690, like an idiot. The girls' popularity on the site is completely generated from this site alone though. At least for the girls I asked, they didn't advertise on Instagram, Twitch or Twitter. The only ad they had was in the official Discord server. So this site is a place for individuals to gain some success. You don't have to come in with a following. At least that's what my script says, but literally about half an hour ago, GLmood1, which is a guy that was on a top sellers rank for I think Overwatch or League of Legends. He's one of the highest ranking guys on the entire site, and he did have to have his Twitch community come in, and he got about 15 orders from his Twitch community. However, in total he served over 100, so he says that although he got the initial boost, then the site kind of worked for him. So for guys, it does seem like you need a little bit of a push to get anywhere. However, that's not to say that the site doesn't have its problems. Although they wouldn't go into specific details, they mentioned that some people have lost accounts on the site due to slander and criticism of the site's business model, which normally means that the person running has an ego, which is always fun, because I'm sure that won't cause a problem in the future. They also said that the site was frustrating to work with, and all that it would take was a competitor with an easier to use site and a lower commissions charge, which turns out to be 10% of the money, meaning those $1 girls are actually 90-cent girls. The site also, as you'd imagine, has a problem with some of its user base. The user Mewo, who is the second top ranked seller in Overwatch, listed these problems. I got many customers asking for thigh pics and nudes, etc. Many people who come in there also think we're girls who have OnlyFans accounts. Also noted, everyone can order from us, even 13-year-old. I got customers asking me for dirty underwear, customers asking me for live sex cam. Customers also were masturbating during game sessions, etc. The last one there, Mewo, would have put that one first. Yeah, that's the worst. Another user also had a recent issue with being DDoSed. The nature of a DDoS attack I won't get into here, but to say the least, it can be done fairly easily if you have the IP address of the person you're going after, which unless you hide it can be seen in some games. Why you would want to DDoS a person you have just paid money to? I don't know. I have no idea. What's kind of heartwarming is that the guy that contacted me also had these issues, with people contacting him with weird fetishes. So it's heartwarming to think that both men and women are equally harassed. Wait, that doesn't sound right. Anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like the video and share it around. I'm trying to do more work on these types of videos now. I'm spending more time scripting it. I'm actually doing research, so I'd love for these videos to do well. So sharing them with friends or in Discord groups really helps me out. The best way you can support this video's performance is with commenting. I read every single comment and it really helps out the video. I have a Patreon. You can support me if you want, but please don't feel a necessity. Remember, we are still in a very bad time, especially economically, so I'd rather you were safe financially. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time.